All right, we're here at Best Way Shooting Sports, your 1,000-yard public range. We're here to tell you about the Texas Long Range Shooters upcoming Texas Sniper Championships on July the 9th. It's a really neat event. There's two different classes that you can enter with two different courses of fire. The first class will be a 308 or less class, which will be the 308, the 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 Grendel, 260 Remington, 243s. All of those will shoot in the 308 or less class. Starting with 30-06 and the 6.5 284, those will shoot in the open class with the Magnum rifles. So that'll be your 300 Win Mags, your 338s, the Rums, the Psalms, the Winchester short mags. All of those will shoot in the open class. It's a different course of fire. We'll get into that in a minute. In the 308 or less class, you will have 8 targets at 5 ranges. You'll have 3 minutes to engage those targets. There's plenty of time. Make your shots count. We're going to be calling shooter up, shooter on deck, and shooter in the hole to keep the whole process moving. You will have the 3 minutes from the shooter that's in front of you to get your gear ready. We're going to have mats out for you to where that saves time. The mats will already be out. Shooting mats will be out. We ask that you do not bring the spiked feet bipods for shooting on soft dirt and mud. We want to have rubber feet on them, so we're not going to tear up the really nice mats that we're providing for you to shoot on. So you'll have that 3 minutes. You got plenty of time to get your bipod set, your rear bag the way you want it, get all your gear set up, have your magazine loaded, your bolt locked back, and then you will stand up when it's your turn to shoot. The RO will ask you, shooter ready, and you stay ready. He'll punch the timer will beep, and then you can get down on your rifle, load your weapon, and start engaging targets. The first targets that you will engage will be a plate rack with swingers at 500 yards. You're going to have 4 swingers. There'll be a 12-inch, a 10-inch, an 8-inch, and a 6-inch AR 500 plate. You will shoot the largest plate to the smallest plate in order. The good thing that we're doing here is that if the wind gets you in the smaller rifles and the wind blows you off target, because of the big gigantic berms here at Best of West, you'll be able to see where you missed, and you have the opportunity to take another shot at that plate. So there's not a round count in the 308 or less class. I would also say that, the hitting your target and placing your shots is going to be more important than speed. You've got plenty of time. So anyhow, you have plenty of time for your shots, and if you have 1 or 2, you have to make up. You've got time to do it. If you bring a gas gun out here in a 30-round mag and just let it rip and start throwing as much lead down range as you can pull the trigger, you're probably going to heat up your barrel so to where you're not going to be able to clear all the plates through 1,000 yards and qualify for the finals. But you have the opportunity, if you miss a plate, to take another shot. So you're going to clear the plates in order at 500 yards, and then you're going to go to 600 yards on 12-inch plate. You clear it, you go to 600 meters on another 12-inch plate. And then if you hit 600 meters, take a deep breath, make 750 count. You're going to go to the great big confirmation plate. Now it's 18 by 24, but you must hit the confirmation plate at 750 in sequence behind 600 meters. If you miss the 750-yard confirmation plate, the RO will call you back to 600 yards. And then you'll have to shoot 600 yards, 600 meters, clear 750, then you get the chance to go at the last plate, at a 12-inch plate, 1,000 yards, to see if you can clear them all and make it to the finals. So there's not a round count, but you got plenty of time if you make your shots count. All right, the other course of fire for the open class, for the Magnums, since they can't shoot 7 or 8 or 9 times in a row real fast without taking a chance of hurting their rifle or burning the throat, you're going to shoot 5 times at 5 ranges, 1 time at each range, and that's a total of 5. That's it. You got 3 minutes to shoot. So when you engage your 500-yard plate rack, it's a know your limits rack. You get one shot. You pick your plates. You pick your poison. Whatever you think you can hit, depending upon what the wind is doing. From the biggest plate is 1 point. The smallest plate, it goes up to 4 points on the smallest plate. So depending on what the wind's doing, you pick the plate you think you can hit, and you get one shot. Then after you've taken the one shot, you can move to 600 yards. All right. There'll probably be a lot of people that will take a goose egg on that little bitty plate going for gold if it's windy. So you might be better to take 2 or 3 points that you're pretty sure you can hit rather than a 0 on the first rack. Then you're going to go to 600 yards, 12-inch plate, one shot, 600 meter, 12-inch, 750 yards on the great big plate, one shot, and your one final shot 1,000 yards on 12-inch plate. So it'll all be points. You have 5 shots in 3 minutes. Your plate rack at 500 yards, you have the possibility of 1 to 4 points. The 600 yard, 600 meter, 750 yard plates are worth 1 point each. The 12-inch plate at 1,000 yards is worth 4 points. We're going to add up the points. If we have a tie, we'll have a sudden death shoot-off for each class. The sudden death shoot-off will be, we're going to move the 500-yard plate rack back. Now, if it's a calm day, if the winds, when we start the shoot-off, if the winds are gusting less than 10 miles an hour, the plate rack from 500 will be moved to 1,000 yards. If it's a windy day, if the wind is gusting over 10 miles an hour, then the plate rack will go to 600 yards. You get one shot at each of the 4 plates. 4 shots total, 2.5 minutes. You'll shoot them from the largest plate to the smallest plate in order. And it'll just be total points, 2.5 minutes. If the wind blows you off and you hit the wrong plate because of the wind and you shot out of order, then that plate will be scored as a miss. You must shoot them from largest to smallest. It's just points. 2.5 minutes, 4 shots at the same range. It's easy. You got plenty of time. So now your entry fees here will be $49 for each contestant plus your range fee. The range fee will go to the range, and the entry fee is going to be a 100% payback through the first 3 places. Now you also have the option, if you have more than one rifle you want to shoot, you're $49 for the first rifle, and then if you want to shoot additional rifles, they're $39 each. You cannot enter the same rifle twice. It'll have to be a different rifle. So, choosing your favorite rifle might be like choosing your favorite kid. You just can't do it. So bring them all along with you. So we're paying back 100% of the entry fees will go back to the payout for the first 3 places. We have some great sponsors that have donated prizes for the prize table that will be behind the first 3 cash prize payouts. Now, since our YouTube channel is reimbursing Best of the West for the range safety officer for the event, they've offered to let spectators and family members of the contestants in for free, which is a fantastic deal, because now you can bring the wife and kids along to let you shoot, and you don't have to pay $10 or $12 or $15 a piece for them to come watch you shoot. They'll get in free. Now, all contestants and all spectators must sign in at the office, and they must, when they come to the range, they must wear hearing and eye protection at all times. When you sign at the office, they will give you a different color ticket, whether you're a contestant or you're a spectator, that you'll give the RO here when you get out to the range. We're asking that our contestants and our spectators, when they come out here, they can drop off their stuff. If they want to bring an ice chest along for drinks and lunch and some lawn chairs along, or a pop-up canopy, and come up here and drop them off, and then they can go park. They've got 20 acres to park that starts 75 yards from the firing line, and we can keep this area open for the rest of the range. It will be open. Now we're going to have canopies. We're going to round up as many as we can to be behind the firing line. The range has asked that all spectators stay behind the firing line on this elevated area back here to where we can keep the firing line safe and uncluttered. Now the neat thing is that Target Vision is going to be having their range cameras set up downrange, and there'll be a big video screen here that everybody can watch the hits at 1,000 yards on the video screen. You don't have to be glued to a spotting scope all day. They're going to have their target cameras set up, and so the wife and kids can be watching all the action back here in the shade. Now you will have a covered firing line, and this is a big event to try and put on. So we have a covered firing line. It will go off rain or shine. There'll be no refunds, because we cannot keep moving the date or reschedule it, because if there's people coming in from out of town, they have to rent a motel room and stuff, so we have to have a firm date. The date will be July the 9th, so y'all all plan on that. And just come on out and just have fun. Bring the wife, bring the kids, bring some snacks, bring your drinks, bring chairs. Come on out and spend the day with us and just have a blast. It's a really neat event. And I really want to thank all the folks that have chipped in with prizes for the prize table for y'all, and money to help fund some of the targets and all of the stands and everything to go into putting on this event. And I really want to thank PrimaryArms.com, McBride's Guns in Austin, GunsPlus.net in Georgetown, Target Vision, and North130Storage.com in our YouTube channel. We want to really thank those people for help chipping in to put on this event, so we could pay back 100% to y'all, and y'all get all the entry fee money back. And you know, whenever you can, if you could please support these folks that are supporting you. Anyhow, thanks a bunch for watching, and we hope to see you on July the 9th.